Hello and welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm going to use the tarot to see if we can gain more insight into unsolved mysteries, deaths, and disappearances. Let's get started. Welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, I want to do a reading about a story I was reading about online about a small, pretty isolated Peruvian village of about 3,000 inhabitants on the edge of the Amazon rainforest. Now, they called in a panic, called police, called for help, saying they were being attacked by aliens. Alien forces coming down, trying to take some of their children, teenagers. One woman, one girl in particular, was attacked, and her throat was, the sides of her throat were cut. She had direct contact with these so-called aliens. I'm going to say so-called at this point. And another younger man, a boy, was found with cuts on the sides of his neck. Now, they called the police. There are police out there and some kind of authorities, and they kind of laughed it off and said, well, it was just the illegal gold miners. They have backpacks, apparently, some of them, so they can almost be dropped into certain areas in the rainforest. Now, the illegal gold mining is huge. It's $3 to $4 billion a year. I think that's what the figures are. I don't know if anybody really knows. They're destroying the rainforest. Apparently one of the rivers has a large deposit of gold that washed down. It's deforesting areas. They go in, they dig up the dirt, and they use mercury to get the gold out of the soil, I guess. It's huge. They're huge operations all over the rainforest. It's been going on for a long time. The authorities have tried to stop it, and they have done quite a bit of work, but they're just come back. They're everywhere. Rainforest is quite large, that area. Now, back to the aliens. There was a news reporter, I'm not going to name names, you can look this up, who did go to the village after this was reported and talked to the villagers, and he found them quite credible. Now, their descriptions of the aliens wasn't a gold miner with one of those backpack, what do you call it, jetpacks. Their description was really frightening. They were very scared. These are rural people. They're not, into all the movies and things like that. But they were quite credible. The reporter spoke their language, interviewed almost everyone, and they all pretty much had the same description of these so-called aliens. I want to find out if they are aliens. If they're not, what are they? They had apparently some close encounters with some of them. They shot at some. A couple men wrestled with them. They were taking younger people, apparently, trying to kidnap them. Now, their description was really interesting to me. They said they had black armored suits on, body suits, and they had these helmets that came across, they called them masks, over their eyes that kind of looked sort of like the Gray's eyes, funny looking large eyes, yellow, I think they said they were yellow, and they had elongated helmets on their heads. The really strange thing was they came down from some kind of craft with a big spotlight. They had the ability to light up everything on hoverboards. They had boots on. They said they were 7 feet tall, but they had big boots on and these big helmets, so it's kind of hard to say. They were coming down from this ship or craft on hoverboards, and they were able to hoverboard discs on their feet. They did have some kind of a backpack, but not a jetpack. They didn't make a lot of sounds. And this is the descriptions that these people gave. So I want to ask the cards. I want to find out who these we'll call them the aliens, were. Were they aliens? Were they something else? See what the cards have to say. It's such a strange story. All right, I'm using the Mystic Tarot. Well, I hope the glare isn't too bad on these. All right, the first card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is usually about an independent, wealthy person. It pictures a woman, but it doesn't have to be a woman. This is about lots of money, lots of wealth, and independent. Now, what I'm getting from this right now is that they're not affiliated with anything, let's say, military, standard military, the normal societal groups you would think of. I'm getting that from the first card. Then we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about someone who is not satisfied with what they have. This can be greed. It's usually emotions. It can be, also can be drugs. It can be any kind of emotional situation. It's just someone that is not happy. They're not happy. Now, these gold mining operations are huge. We're talking 3 to 4, I believe it's $3 to $4 billion a year. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. And the military, the government is trying to cut into this. They're stopping what they can. The problem is the local military doesn't have a lot of resources. They're doing what they can, but and they are stopping a lot of these. So they're hurting the $3 to $4 billion gold mining. And I think the president of Peru said something about, I'm not even sure it was the president, I know somebody, they have somebody new now, said this gold mining is not only destroying the rainforest, but it's going to somewhere else. And if they can at least keep the gold in Peru to help the country, it would be a positive thing. But they don't have the resources. All right, next we have the Two of Pentacles. I hope these aren't too glary. I can't really tell. Two of Pentacles is about balancing things. Now, another way that money is made in these rural areas is, well, there's a couple things. All these gold miners, and there's a lot of them, these are huge operations. The rainforest is huge, what's left of it. They want women in there for the miners. So there is a trade, sex trade going on. There's also drugs. I guess I can say that. Things like that. We're just talking about the mining operations. All right. Who are these aliens? Are they aliens or what are they? That's what I'm trying to find out. Now we have the Hermit. The Hermit is someone who is basically taken himself out of society. Now, in my mind, this is somebody who is not part of normal society, what I'm getting from this card. Almost hidden, a hidden person, not your run-of-the-mill drug dealer, not your run-of-the-mill trafficking. This is somebody way out of the normal. And they feel like they have a right to this. I almost get a religious feeling to this. What I'm getting, I don't see aliens. I see greed. I see a lot of money in the gold and the trafficking. Wow, and then we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, that's interesting that we got the Hierophant and the Hermit. The Hierophant is an organization. This is a big organization involved in the gold trade, just the gold trade alone. We're not talking about one person, we're talking about a huge, huge organization. A lot of people, I almost want to say a lot of countries involved in this illegal gold mining. Whoever's involved is, I'm going to say untouchable. I want to say untouchable. Not that they're a moral or a religious group. They're just very, very high up in the world. Untouchables. That's what I'm getting. Okay. This is who's involved. We're looking at lots of money, people that aren't happy with what's happening, interfering with the gold trade. High up people, very high up, untouchable, lots of money. I get, with the Two of Pentacles, I'm getting a balance between the money. Now, what that could mean is that they're not just doing the gold mining, there's other things going on. We know there's the trafficking. Okay, let's see what else we get. What do we get from this? The Knight of Wands. All right, the Knight of Wands is someone full of fire. I'm getting from this card, these people aren't aliens. And I think the descriptions that the people that came in contact with them, and there were several, they shot at them, they were knocked them down, they were, even one man I guess had a physical fight with one of them, and he tased him or lasered him, stunned him, hurt his heart. We're talking high tech. But what I'm getting from the Knight of Wands is mercenaries. These aren't aliens. These are hired mercenaries. And look at this, he's got fire on his shoulders. These mercenaries, they don't care about the people. They don't care. All they're in it for is the money. So far I'm getting, these are not aliens. We're talking very, very wealthy, high up people. I don't want to say one man. More money than you and I probably could ever even conceive of having. We're talking billions of dollars. Very powerful. These aliens are mercenaries. They've been hired. And the mercenaries, my experience with them, what I've read about, is that they can be from any country. They can be US, they can be Peruvian, they can be Mexican, they can be anywhere in the country. They're up for hire. If you want to look up, just look up mercenaries, or mercs they call them. They're just people up for hire. They're usually military background, usually in good shape, they know about weapons. They'll hire out for anything. That's what we're dealing, these are mercenaries. Can you see that? That's what that looks like Buffalo Bill. All right. This deck has 4 basic earth, water, fire, and air, I think, cards too. All right. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about working, people working together for money, for business. This being that it's a 3, now there could be 3 main families, groups, heads of this I'm going to call it a cartel, illegal gold mining cartel. They're working together for money. So it's not just one person. All right. Then we have the Earth card. Obviously, this is what this is about. This is about mining. Mining, mining, mining. Look at all these things with the Earth. They feel like they own the Earth. They feel like they own the rainforest gold. This is theirs. This belongs to them. That's how they feel. All right. Next card we have is the High Priestess. Now this is mystery. This is secrets. Obviously, it's very secretive. What I'm getting so far is it's not aliens. There's a tremendous amount of money involved in this. A few more cards. They have a huge amount of money vested mainly in the gold mining, the illegal gold mining. I mean, we're talking 3 to 4 billion. If that's right, it could even be more than that. I don't think anybody really knows. And they've been doing this for a long time, 10 years, something like that. So, why would we have these aliens, so-called aliens, coming down from the sky? Let's see what we get here. A few more cards. Let's see what we find. All right. The aliens, the aliens, the aliens. What am I getting? First of all, I'm getting a new path. We're getting fool. They want to do something new. Now, they are under attack. They're doing the gold mining, but it's not going as well as it used to go. So they're trying something different. I don't think they're trying to... The star is hope. They're hoping that this will change things, this alien. They hoped. Because another thing I need to tell you about this so-called alien attack, and I'm calling it so-called, I don't see aliens at all. I see mercenaries. I see these very wealthy heads of the gold mining. They want to try something new. They're trying something different. The star is about hope. It's an angel card. It could be an alien. There is an old rumor, and they call these aliens the face peelers. That's the name I've given this reading. Apparently there was a rumor a long time ago about something like that. And this one young girl that survived a so-called kidnapping attack, she was attacked by 2 people, I'm going to call them people, dressed up in these military suits with bizarre helmets, and she called it a mask. They grabbed her in her backyard. She was picking fruit right in her very backyard next to her house. They floated down. They float down on these things on their feet, which there's hoverboards. You know what hoverboards are. And they grabbed her. They shot something up her nose, which I think was a tranquilizer. I'm trying to make sense of this in my common sense mind. And then they said something about, she could hear them talking. One spoke, this is why they're not aliens in my mind. One spoke Peruvian with an English American accent. The other one spoke Peruvian with a Peruvian accent. They put cream on her face and said something about, don't put too much cream on. This is a quote from this woman, or it'll ruin the face. I think what I'm getting is they're trying to intimidate the Peruvian people that live around there. But it's not just that. I think with this girl, I think they were going to try to peel her face off, as horrible as that seems. But they were going to take her. They were trying to lift her up too. I'm getting, now what I'm getting, the 4 of Wands. This is a happy home. They're trying to just make everybody happy. Everybody's supposed to just pretend like nothing's wrong. Just go about your business. Nothing to see here. The Page of Swords. All right, the Page of Swords is somebody that's here. Look at, can you see this? It's a little woman on a dragonfly floating. This is truth. This is somebody too who's has no feelings, no emotions. These are the mercenaries. So why would they do this? And then we have the Ten of Wands. Wow, it's a heavy burden. They're really upset about what's been happening with the gold. Greedy, greedy, greedy people. But the gold is not just going to one person, it's going to an organization. They want a new path, they want new thinking. I think one of the other things that they're doing, and this just kind of popped into my mind, which it happens sometimes when I'm with the cards. Sometimes I just get these thoughts, I'm not going to call them visions or psychic, whatever. And this is all alleged. This is just my reading of the cards for entertainment purposes. I'm trying to make some sense of this. All right, what else do we have? We've got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. This is a woman leaving. This is someone who wants a new path. I'm getting organ trafficking. What comes to mind with these cards, what they're telling me is they want these people, they want pure people, physically pure for the organs. It's not so much the trafficking for the sex trafficking that they're after now, it's organs. And they want young people. They want healthy people. There's a lot of money in organ trafficking too. I think it's $1.5 billion a year or something. But what I'm getting, it's difficult to get good organs. I mean, look at all the people, the homeless people, the illegal people. A lot of them are not healthy, and there's a lot of, let's just deal with Americans, on drugs. They don't want organs that are on drugs or have drugs in them. They want pure, young, I don't even know what to call it. Undamaged organs. I think what they're doing the gold mining, but it's become very difficult. They're not going to give that up unless they have to. And I don't think the government of Peru is going to have the resources to stop it all, but they're hurting it. They're putting it down in it. They want a new way to make money. And so what they're doing is they're scaring these people. They're targeting these remote areas. I mean, by the rainforest, obviously, they can do that, because there's nobody around. And they're trying to take people. This face peeling thing is just a ploy to scare people and to throw people off. And I have to say, whoever thought this up, I get the Fool card big time. Whoever thought of this, whoever put all this money into the bodysuits, the helmets, the hovercraft, the training, was a fool. These people are very, very foolish and very, very out of reality. Drug-related maybe, or just arrogant, or just downright stupid. This is my alleged reading of the cards. It's all alleged. This is just for entertainment. We're just looking at what could be out there. Whoever thought this up was an idiot, was a fool, sitting up on the rock thinking, oh, we'll hire mercenaries, we'll train them to go down, grab these people, rip some of their faces off, peel some of their faces, throw them around to scare them, and take the younger, healthy people and take their organs. And another thing that's really gruesome is if you did a face peeling on someone and you took them, there would be no identity. I don't know how they would keep a person alive like that, but if they have the technology to do these little suits, these little pretend aliens, they put a lot of money and training into that. And another thing that I'm thinking of with this card, the Page of Swords, the craft. Now they said that one of the men, a fisherman, and some of the other Peruvian people of this little village, they were mainly attacked. They were the target. They were the test. They were the test target. He was out in his boat. He said he saw a craft, and it was bizarre. It had a really bright light on it, which we know that they can do. The technology is there for all of this. You just have to have the money and the training and the people, mercenaries willing to do it. He said it was an odd thing. It looked like kind of like a spaceship, but he said it looked like it had a net over it. What comes to mind to me, looking at this, is it could have been like a black helicopter that was fitted out to look like a spaceship. I mean, it could have even been with the money these people have, it could have been a replica of an alien spacecraft. But I get the feeling more that it was like a black helicopter with strange stuff on it, like a funny thing on the end and funny little lights to make it look like it was an alien spaceship. This is all about scaring people, making them not want to investigate. Whoever thought this up was the Fool card. This was a very, very foolish thing to do. But you have to think about these people. There's no limit on the money they have. There's no limit on the greed. They wanted to switch from gold mining to organ trafficking, is what I'm getting. Mostly organ trafficking. And the only way they could do that would be to really scare these people. They could come down in their little hovercraft and grab somebody and carry them away. I mean, you've seen the training for astronauts, what they go through with weightlessness and all this. They have all the money in the world, these people, but they want more. This is for organs. Young, healthy organs. The other thing that's really interesting is this news investigator, and his name slips my mind. He went to the village. After this happened, and he talked to everyone. He's amazing. You can see his interviews online. I can't think of his name for some reason. They outfitted the little community they gave them food, medicine, because they're afraid to leave. They also gave them high-tech gear, like helmets with night vision with recorders on them, weapons, I believe, too. They didn't say that, but... And after that, the alien attack stopped. And there were a few pictures of these creatures. They just looked like 7 feet tall with a big helmet on and big boots. An average guy, 6-foot guy, would look 7 foot tall. It stopped. It's been since last summer. What a foolish, ridiculous thing to do. These people that thought this up, feel like they're invincible. It's all a big game to them. It's all a big game. They don't care about people. It's not even just the money. It's the power they have over taking people. Stealing gold, stealing people for sex, slavery, and organs. These people believe they are God. They believe they are gods. All right. That's what I'm getting. So, are they going to move on to another area? Maybe. I want to use a deck. My grandson gave me this for Christmas. It's a vintage 1970, the A.G. Mueller 1JJ deck. It's based on an old deck. I just want to pull a few cards from this because this is a very cut and dried tarot deck. And I just want to see, I think I'll just put these up in the corner. I think we've gotten everything we need from them. Now, it sounds fantastical, but if you had all the money in the world and the greed and the power, you could do this. And it wouldn't be that hard. It wouldn't be that difficult. There's a lot of technology out that we don't know about. And it wouldn't be that hard to hire mercenaries. They're up for sale no matter what. They're just in it for the money. Pretty much, as far as I know, what I've read. Stack shuffle good. Lay a few cards out with the Mueller deck. Now this is an old deck. It's a basic deck, but it's got some really good power to it. This deck has a lot of power. Lay a few cards out to see what I can get from this deck. Is what I got from the other deck accurate? Is this what's going on? Are we talking about powerful, wealthy people? Are we talking about aliens? I've already come to the conclusion from reading the cards that these are not aliens. These are mercenaries with high-tech gear and lots of training. And these people have no souls. They have no hearts. These people in charge, they believe they're gods. They believe they have the power of life and death, and they probably do in some instances. All right, we're using the A.G. Mueller deck, which my grandson Nate got me for Christmas, which is really cool. It's an old, very old style deck. All right, the first card is the Three of Pentacles, working together. I'm getting threes again. This could be three people, three powerful families, three countries. Same thing I got before. Then we have the Lovers. It's making choices, picking people, picking your mercenaries. Then we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, I don't know if you can see these. These are really interesting cards. Get the glare off. Sorry about the glare. I'm having trouble with the lighting. All right, the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is somebody that's absolutely ruthless. This knight is out for blood. That's who these people are. This represents their feelings. The Lovers is interesting. And we've got the Emperor. The Emperor is a powerful businessman. This is representative of, it doesn't have to be one man, it's a king. The person in charge of this person's, and I get three, is like, they're like a king. They have that power. And then we got the Knight of Coins. Now the Knight of Coins is a slow-moving knight. This is a knight of the earth. They're in this for the long run, these people. If they can't do the gold mining, they're going to do trafficking, SEX trafficking, and they're going to keep coming. Though they're slow, they get the job done. They're in it for the long run. They don't care how long this takes. They're going to come up with something different, I'm thinking. Or do this in a different spot. All right, the next card we have is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is somebody kind of defending themselves. They feel under attack. They feel like their gold, their illegal mining, and their illegal trafficking, and their illegal organ trade, that's their empire. They don't like being told they can't mine gold. They don't like being told they can't do the emperor, or the emperor can't do the trafficking. They don't like that. They feel like it's theirs. Now the Hangman, that's the next one. This is in French, Le Pendu. This is looking at things from a new angle. They're coming up with new ideas. If the aliens attack doesn't work, they'll do something else, or they'll do it in a different area. This is stepping back. This is saying, okay, our gold trade's under attack. We're not making as many billions a year as we were. They've been reevaluating everything. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. This is the greed card. They don't want to give up one penny of their illegal money. This is all my opinion. This is all alleged. This is just my opinion of what the cards are telling me. These cards are just repeating what the other cards said. Greed. They don't want to give up $1. It's theirs. They feel like this is their right. Then we have Jupiter. Okay, this is the fifth card. It would be the, what is it? Juno. Juno's the woman. Okay, this is the, I've gone blank. Okay, 4 is the Emperor. 5, okay, 5 is the Hierophant. Here we go again. This card came out before too. This is the head of an organization. This is the king. He's wearing the king. He's got a little eagle. The king. This is all about the king and the emperor, the Hierophant, the organization. Powerful. The next card is the Nine of Swords. All right, the Nine of Swords. Wow, this is a very, very, very scary card. The Nine of Swords is the Nightmare card. They want to scare the heck out of people. They want to make people's lives a nightmare. They don't feel that way. They just don't like what's happening. They're going to be the nightmare crew. They're going to make nightmares. The aliens were supposed to be nightmares, but I'm not so sure that turned out like they thought. Then we've got the Knight of Wands. Now the Knight of Wands, he's just a friendly, basic young person. This is their target, young, healthy men and women. They want the young, healthy, they want the organs. That's their new thing. It's not new, they've been doing stuff like this before, but they're doing more of this. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. They feel like luck is on their side, power. They feel invincible. They're going to come up with something else. These cards basically just reinforced the other cards. That's what I'm getting. Pull one more. We've got the Two of Swords. This is trying to decide which way they're going to go. These people are fearless. Wow. I think I have my answer. They're not aliens, they're mercenaries. We're talking powerful, powerful, soulless, heartless people, totally in charge. We've got the organization, the Hierophant, we've got the Emperor, the lovers. This is the Lovers card. This is making choices. They're just thinking about what they're going to do next. They're hanging back. They're kicking around their next step. All right, I think we have our answer. I have the answer here. I don't know what they're going to do next. I don't know if these aliens are going to pop up somewhere else or something new, but they're going to do something. I think I'm going to close the circle. I'd like to know what you think. I like this deck. Thank you, Nate. That was a very nice present. Let me know what you think. Leave kind comments. Please subscribe and like my channel so I can keep going. I've been struggling with eye surgery, and I'm better now, so I kind of haven't done a reading for a while. But I want to wish you a Happy New Year. Have more plans, more reading is coming up. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.